I'm a Chinese American living in Western Howard County. In my majority white area, I often found myself the only person of my ethnicity in the classroom. I felt lonely knowing that not a lot of people shared my mother tongue or my culture. I remember only 2 East Asian staff members in elementary school, and though we only saw each other in passing or exchanged a few words, I felt more comfortable around them simply because they looked a little bit more like me. Looking back now, I think about the unique wisdom and confidence I could have gained had I had an Asian teacher who experiences life a little bit more like I do. And so I say, we need you.
I grew up in the 90s. When I first brought my lunch into the cafeteria and opened it up, I still remember all the faces around me with quizzical looks, some just outright holding their nose and ridiculing what I had brought. This little tin of my culture, heritage, my family, my background. And it was absolutely rejected by everyone at my table, and I felt ashamed.
I was a student in HCPSS schools since kindergarten. Throughout my 13 years, I did not have one teacher that looked like me. I did not have one Asian educator.
When I was growing up, I lived in a very small rural area, and I didn't see anyone. I didn't have any teachers who were Asian American, and I didn't see myself, or what I felt like was myself, reflected in the types of educators that worked with me. And that really deeply affected the perception that I had of myself, and I guess the kind of professional that I thought I could be someday. And so I knew from a young age that I wanted to serve in a capacity that others could look at me as a role model for what they could be when they grew up.
And I think that it's so important because I look back on the kind of experience I had growing up, and I look at what we have now, and I know Howard County is on the right track, and that is why I am very proud to be part of our system. We still have a lot of work left to do, but I am proud to be part of a county that is committed to doing that work. Something was happening in this county, and it was something good.
Once becoming a teacher, I recognized the impact I could have on a whole classroom of students, and really the amazing thing about teaching is you never know how long that impact will last.
I truly believe we are a network of great people who work together to serve and make it better for our students.
There's no better purpose than to help and change the lives of children.
There's that saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And most days, that's exactly how I feel. That's why I think people should become educators.
I went into education for the reason I think most people go into teaching, and that is to work with children.
Being an educator makes you feel a purpose every single day.
There's no monotony in our job. Every single day is different, which is really fun.
I wanted to make a greater impact.
I've always been honored to be a teacher. I truly feel that is a respected position to be in because you can help others, and because watching progress and growth from a child can give you a sense of satisfaction that really cannot be justified in any words.
For me, being an educator was not my initial career goal, but it turned out to be the best job I ever had.
I started teaching because I was subbing. I really enjoyed the interactions between the kids. The more I learned that lesson and taught to the kids, the more I felt like I was respected as a teacher, and that got me started. And it just felt good that I was wanted.
I really like teaching because every day is completely different, and the kids are absolutely amazing.
I have students who are graduating college now who contact me to let me know that they've become film producers, athletes, and teachers themselves. They reached back to me to let me know that I was a small piece of that.
When a child who is overcoming challenges accomplishes something that they never thought they could accomplish, you get to share in that joy with that particular student and their family. You look back on it months down the road, and you and your class can laugh about something that happened, those little inside jokes that happen all throughout the year. Just watching the kids grow both academically and as human beings. When a kid in math gets it, right? When they get that light bulb moment, when their face lights up with understanding.
It is a deeply satisfying job when you see your students learn and grow because of you.
I taught for about 19 years and I loved teaching.
I became an assistant principal after 8 years in the classroom.
I have been an educator for over 20 years.
I started out as a 5th grade teacher, which was some of the best years of my life. And then I was quickly offered a leadership opportunity as a resource teacher after just 5 years in the classroom.
I recommend working in Howard County. I've been here for 20 years and I have really loved almost every minute of it.
I never thought I would love it the way I do. And this is my 13th year.
It fills my soul with joy.
It's an amazing place full of dedicated people who really are with me in the journey of believing in children and building hope.
When I thought about the kind of lifestyle I wanted in terms of be able to have a family, be in the hours that I wanted to, and still work with young people, education seemed like the right fit.
I love teaching. I never thought that I would. I can't tell you how much I love it. To marry my love of the academics with my relationships with my students has just been one of the sources of the greatest joys. Teaching in Howard County as an Asian educator really allows me to connect more deeply with my culture as well, and it's much more deeply satisfying. I have never done any job that I have found as satisfying as I'm going into the high school building every day and developing these deep relationships through my content that I love to teach.
I had awesome teachers when I was in high school, and those teachers were the ones who pushed me into education. And then I found that I was actually not too terrible at it. And from there, I kind of fell in love with it. I like interacting with students every day, and it's just fun.
I've known that I wanted to be a teacher since 4th grade when I had a teacher named Mrs. Harris who taught me that learning could actually be fun. I got to be a 5th grade teacher, and it was some of the best years of my life, getting to directly impact the future of our world and inspiring those students every day was something that I loved going to work, and being a teacher didn't feel like a job. Being a teacher felt like a passion. It felt like something I was meant to do, and I loved every second of it.